隊長。
ご命令を。
私を見た者は深淵にのみ。誰でもいいからかかってきなさい。私についてくれ。
僕が計算した弾道、それは隠れているつもりですか。
私を見た者は深淵に遅い。
ご命令を。
私は進行するためのやり方。できるとでも思っている。私たちは実は全ての障害を取り除く。
How you doing? I just put up some loot matcher gameplay before I came over here. We'll probably play some of that tonight, if I feel like it.
位の痛みだ。
ご命令を。
遅い。弱い。
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられるものなの。
目標補足。私は進行するためのやり方。できる。私たちは実は全ての障害を取り除く。
Alright, let's try to get the new character's weapon. And subsequently get nothing. I gotta get something, man. I'm pretty bunked up. Nope. Nothing. Yeah. I already finished PGR for the day, so I'm just playing random stuff. Yeah, the American version is standard for the era. They gave it shitty gauntlet health mechanics so that you can't 1CC it. It's always great when they would take like a game like this designed to be 1CC'd and then make it so you can't. They did that a lot. Get greedy. Most American games could 1CC. Most of the stuff from Midway you couldn't.
I won't let anyone step in this area!
Yeah, that's even worse. I'm gonna make sure you can't possibly get good enough to do it on one credit. You didn't notice that stuff as a kid, but they fuck with the games a lot. Like, original intention of the developers, make more money. That was pretty rare, though. Normally they would make it harder for us. Revolution X is a good example. Terminator 2 as well. It's impossible to 1CC those games. They have systems in place so that it's actually impossible to be good enough at it to do it. I remember playing that game as a kid. Basically, like, you get a couple minutes of gameplay. You can't get any farther than that. They took care of like every possible thing. I know, I think Gauntlet Legends was like that too. Like, people found a way to beat the game on one credit, and they put out a revision so they couldn't do that anymore. I know, like, people that like games like this can be pretty dismissive of Western games, but back then, at least for arcade games, they really were way worse. They had no regard for skill or like respecting the original design intent of the game. They would straight up just fuck with it so that the kid couldn't get good enough at it. They didn't want a kid to like come in there with like 50 cents and stay on the machine for an hour. I used to do stuff like that, stay on like fighting game for like going there with like $2, stay there, and get good enough at the game. I could 1cc Time Crisis 2, 3, and 4. 4 I was the best at. You're on the machine for like a good 40 minutes. You could 1cc that game. I actually did a no miss run that game at one point.
Who are you to...
I have a 1cc of that on this channel actually. A while ago I did that. It's probably my proudest non-fighting game 1cc. Well, I don't have many non-fighting game 1cc's, but I could do Time Crisis. Oh, it was a Samurai Bringer update. I did not know. When did that get announced? Huh. I hadn't heard about that. That's cool. Yeah, I have one on here, but most of them I did in the arcade back when it came out, like 06, 07. I was heavily into that game. Then like light gun games stopped coming out, so kind of like retired. I could do House of the Dead 2, I think, as well, but I really only played that on Dreamcast. Well, that's not like a real 1cc. I could do Time Crisis 2. I still haven't gotten to play 5. I went to round 1 a couple years back and they had it, but the gun was messed up. And I told the people there, and like as usual, they didn't know how to fix it, so they just turned it off. I really want to play 5 at some point, but there's just no cabinets I can find. I hear 5 is kind of a mixed bag, though. But all I've seen of it is videos and like the first couple minutes of gameplay before I realized, like, hey, I paid a fucking $1 to play this, and the gun doesn't work. Like, that's what sucks about going to arcades now. So it's kind of like a lost art, knowing how to repair those things. And like the people working there are just like, they don't know how to do it. So unless the tech happens to be there, they just turn it off. They don't even try to fix it. What exactly is wrong with TC5? I haven't played Definitive Edition that much, just because I had been busy with other games. probably play some more of it tonight if I feel like it. I never saw this game in the arcades even once. Either this or Normal Force. This was like them trying to make a real beat 'em up instead of a jank shitty one that's just designed to get quarters out of kids. It's a pretty good attempt. It's just that was the last beat 'em up they ever made, so there wasn't any chance to use that progress. They put out a lot of really shitty beat 'em ups. All the Turtles games are shit. X-Men is shit. Those games really fall apart when you go back and play them as an adult, and you have like more of an idea of like what good game design is. Those games are really shallow. Which is why it's funny that people are so excited to play them again on the Cowabunga collection. Like you're not gonna like them as much as you did as a kid. I can guarantee you. Those games do not hold up mechanically. The graphics and the music and the franchises they're based on, yes, but the gameplay, no. Especially The Simpsons. Like, there's a lot of things in that game to make sure that you can't get too good at it. Like the fact that hit, stun, and throws is random. And people have 1cc'd those games, but you have to go out of your way to do it. And you're fighting with mechanics literally designed to make sure that kids couldn't get too good at it. It's like, do you really want to do that to yourself? You can. It is possible, but they tried their hardest to make sure that you could not do that. Japan did shady shit like that too, just not as much as the American games. Just like console games, they would make them too hard so that kids couldn't beat them on rentals. I can vouch for that working because I used to rent the same games over and over because I couldn't beat them. I'd keep going back and renting it, or I'd ask them, my parents, to buy it for me, which is what they were trying to do. They didn't want kids to beat games on rentals, so they would either fuck with the mechanics, or if it was like a Western game, they would just make it so that unless you like labbed it out your whole weekend off school, you're not gonna finish it. Western arcade games and console games back then really were way worse than Japanese games in most cases. At least if it was like something skill based, like action or fighting, those games really fall apart. Fair share of impossible games as a kid. Total Recall was one. I never once finished that game. I had Spider-Man and X-Men in arcades reversed. That game was a real piece of shit. Perfect example of a popular franchise that a kid would gravitate towards. Want to rent. But the game is fucking impossible. I probably spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to finish that game. Eventually I gave up. I had that game as a kid. I always find it funny when people keep they mention stuff like Ninja Gaiden. Like, yeah, Ninja Gaiden is hard, but it's designed to be beaten with skill. There's nothing like overly bullshit about the game. They weren't trying to do anything scummy to prevent the kid from being able to beat it. You could beat that game in a rental. Nothing's stopping you. It'd be interesting to see the takes when the Cowabunga collection comes out. And people saying the games aren't as good, they don't hold up. It's like, yeah, I could have told you that. Like, the console Turtles games are leaps and bounds better than the arcade ones. Because it's like it's a game they're actually selling. It's not just, 50 cents to play, so they actually had to balance it around that. They had to not have those jank, busted mechanics. Because you can't sell a game like that. At least Japan tried to not do that. this game at all. The main thing that stops me from playing this is the language barrier for sure. I don't know how to get the secrets and stuff. I know a channel that has it. I gotta sit down and study those. Yeah, Spider-Man X-Men was a piece of shit. That game is really bad.
Enter the ring.
I don't need weapons. I am the weapon.
I'm no daddy's girl.
Yeah, the Fallen Brothers are definitely a good example of sometimes it's good to retire from something even though you're really good at it. They made some bangers, but man, almost every game they were involved with was a huge piece of shit. I would get tired of that too. It probably got really draining seeing reviews of like everything they worked on being like the game sucks, the graphics are bad, the music is very good. Like I don't know how much I'd want to be attached to something like that either. Like being the only redeeming quality of a video game for years, for like a decade straight. Probably got really draining. Some of the games they did music for were like, at best, average. Most of them were terrible. They straight up quit the game industry back in like, I think late 90s, early 2000s. They just disappeared. I don't even know if they're active on social media.
do, brother, when Maximania runs wild on you? Power slide. Thunder tackle. Thunder tackle.
It didn't help that that was the era where Western games were like even worse than they are now. A lot of Western games didn't really want to conform to stuff that Japan had figured out, you know, works well for game design. They would keep trying to do their own thing, and varying degrees of success. A good example is all those Western games and stuff that made it so when you turn around the character, it actually goes through a realistic animation, which looks nice. It makes the game realistic, but it makes it garbage to play. Like, people don't understand like how fast I'm turning around in this game. A lot of Western devs back then didn't want to do that. They wanted it to be more realistic. Obviously, you can't, like, flip your body around in one frame in real life, which is fine. You don't want to do that anyway. You get dizzy. But in a video game, you want that because the character feels more responsive. But they would do a lot of stuff like that they think is cool, but is actively worse than shit Japan figured out. Luckily, we're at the point where a lot of that stuff is kind of sacred now, and people don't try to change it too much. The new Turtles game is kind of an example of not conforming to mechanics, trends, shit we figured out ages ago. Like the fact that grabs aren't invincible in that game. Grabs were originally invincible because obviously there's a lot of bugs that can come from, like, hey, you have this enemy locked in an animation, but somebody else can hit you. Like, what happens then? The player gets frozen, or the enemy gets frozen. It could be like a soft lock or something. And what happened with that is, you know, they figured that out in stuff like Final Fight. But then they realized that, like, hey, it feels better when the grab is invincible anyway. Because it gives you breathing room and it's kind of strategic. It adds more strategy. And now, like, pretty much any game you think of will make you invincible during a long animation for the most part.
Power slide, power slide, power slide, power slide. Tackle, yeah. Power slide.
Yeah, Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge has like a friggin' masterpiece soundtrack, but the game is a piece of shit, so it's not worth playing because of the music. That's also the other problem with a lot of the Fallen Brothers stuff. You really do just get the better experience listening to the music on YouTube. It's not like a game like this where like the music and the gameplay is good. The music just like enhances something that's already a solid game. The game could have no music and still be worth playing. No, Fallen stuff was just straight trash. Terrible games.
Target locked.
Power slide! Power slide! Okay, back off! Power slide! Tackle! Power slide! Yeah! Power slide! Power slide! Power slide! Tackle! Power slide!
I messed it up. Just trying to carry that to the boss room. I haven't done that in a while, so I mostly play as Shiva, and Shiva can't pick stuff up. But yeah, you can bring that chicken over all the way to the end of the level. You can take off half a bar on one of the bosses. You have to throw it in a certain way. You keep it on the screen, but not actually hit anything. Definitely this level is only horizontal, so you can do that at all.
Power slide. Power slide. Larger tackle. Larger tackle. Larger tackle. Body slap. Power slide. Power slide. Thunder tackle. Thunder tackle.
It's almost time for me to go. Well, that was a fun little stream. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Tonight, I got a key for Loopmancer today, so I put out some gameplay that a couple hours ago. If you wanna check that out while I'm gone. Crossing Frontier came out today as well. Probably try that out. And then I'll probably play some Orochi 3. I don't think I feel like playing, might need a little break from Monster Hunter. So I don't like that game that much. It's fun in small doses, but it does really get me tilted. So, I'm thinking Loopmancer and Where's Orochi 3 tonight. Don't really have anything else planned. So I just got the email saying that it came out. It's just PvP only though. Because like I get frustrated when they do that. I'm like, this game looks cool, but it's gonna have like 3 people playing. So I'm curious, is it single player? It's only online. That's not a good look. They don't have anyone playing it right now. I guess I'll try to get into a match for this. Seems nice. Seems like nice looking enough, but hopefully they have like a single player mode. That's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'm trying to be back a little bit earlier tonight because my internet was really making things difficult last night. It kept disconnecting my stream. And then it did it at like 1 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna not bother streaming anymore tonight. So if I go on earlier, you should get at least like 90 minutes to 2 hours of game time before it starts trying to act up. So if I play any online games, it'll probably be in the beginning of the stream. I think if I go on by like 11 or midnight my time, playing Monster Hunter or DFO is not wise. It hasn't done that in a while, but last night it was really bad. I would put the stream back up. My internet was fine, but it would keep... I couldn't connect to like the ingest servers or something. So yeah. I'll see you guys maybe about 2 hours. I'll try to be on in about 2 hours. Peace. Oh, also, I put up a community post basically asking for help raising funds because I've been barely scraping by for a really long time. So if you want to support me, go ahead and check my community post. I really am in need of help. I've been barely scraping by for many years now, and I think I should not hide from it anymore. So I'm going to try to raise funds. If you want to help me, the information is in that post. I'll see you